3, 2, 1.
Boom, and welcome to the Big Honker podcast brought to you by Pacific Game Calls. I'm Jeff Stanfield with the world famous Andy Shaver.
This week, new call comes out from Pacific, the kill count. So I had the pleasure of running a lot of their calls last year, and this one is going to get the kill count. You're going to have the ability to get extremely, extremely loud. It's going to be a pot call, extremely loud, but you can also do the real subtle, sexy sounds. Little purr action. So that's going to come out this week. Be looking for it. It's going to be on their Instagram. I'll share it. BHP25. Save 25%. Bam, motherfucker.
I was with the guys from Pacific.
Great guys.
Oh my God, I was so embarrassed though. I'll tell you what I did. The first day we got to Nashville was on Wednesday.
Now you got a cold because you shook too many hands. You probably did not take
hell.
Purell.
No, I did not.
Exactly.
Didn't even think about it.
Exactly.
I'm not scared of my people.
Nasty.
Not scared of my people.
Listen.
Met a ton of people that listen to the podcast.
If you did a poll on how many people wash their hands after they use the restroom, it would shock you. Always take Purell.
You're supposed to wash your hand before you pee.
Huh?
You don't want to put a dirty hand on your pecker.
Yeah.
So, anyways, first day we got to Nashville, Meg and Dirk from Boss, me and Andy are. Can we go ahead and talk about that now?
Yeah, go ahead. I think so. I think, yeah.
Me and Andy are full-time.
I wonder if there's a drum roll.
I don't know if there is. There's Dad talking on there. There was something else on there too. Anyways, me and Andy are full-time liaisons for Boss Shot Shells. That was not it.
That's close.
We will be at all the hunting shows.
All the hunting shows that Boss is at.
At Boss is at. We will be there in the booth, talking, visiting, doing whatever we can, promoting the best shotgun shells there is.
Yep.
And we will be having some more announcements on some new products coming out that we will be part of. Anyway, so me and Michelle went to Nashville to Turkey Convention. Absolutely an incredible week.
And you did not realize that turkey hunting was this big of a phenomenon.
I had no clue. The Gaylord
There's
Convention
probably
Center,
more people that turkey hunt than waterfowl hunt, I'd bet. Maybe.
No.
You don't think so?
No, not close.
But maybe this is just the only show tailored for turkey hunting. So
A lot of waterfowl stuff there now.
It's like a mecca.
Yes, and lots of waterfowl stuff.
Right. Dive Bomb was there.
You would see these ladies come by. There was a ton of our sponsors were there.
Yeah.
Ton. Ladies would come by, have them an NWTF, chapter 74, Ottumwa, Iowa, and then someone would have one from Maryland. I mean, it was crazy, but that's their national convention, and it was a good time. The whole Gaylord Opryland Hotel was nothing but turkey hunters. Everybody that walked by you, everybody that come through there when you was in the hotel lobby. So anyways, first day we get there, me and Mom go with Dirk and Meg. We go downtown to eat, and we go to Hattie B's to eat.
Is this your first time there?
I've been in Nashville before, but just passing through. I'd never spent any time there, really.
But you had Hattie B's in Vegas?
No, I had Hattie B's in Nashville before.
Oh.
But before, I was smart, and I just got the chicken strips or
Sure.
something. This time, I decided, when we were in line going in, we met a real nice couple from South Carolina, and the guy in front of me goes, "Are you Jeff Stanfield?" And I said, "Yes, I am." And we started visiting these podcast listener, very nice guy, just happened to be in front of us, him and his wife, and we sit and visit with them. We got in line, we ordered, and I said, "Fuck it, I'm going to try it." I've never been somewhere that ordered something so hot I couldn't eat.
Wow.
Until Wednesday.
Big over JJ.
I ordered
I can't say that now.
The mother clucking.
The mother clucking. Is that as high as it gets?
Hot. It wasn't called the mother cluck. It was
the mother clucker.
Cluck it something or nothing. It was hot.
Now a lot of people on Facebook said it's not that hot, and you're just a big pansy.
Bullshit. I want them. I tell you what. If you say that, I want you.
Hold on. Messenger here.
Hold on. If you say that, I want you to video you eating that hot. I'll send you a T-shirt. If you eat the 3 strips that come with the strip meal of the 2 cluck to hot or whatever, the hottest one they have, and you eat 3 strips and you don't take a drink for 15 minutes, I'll send you a T-shirt.
That's
it ain't
torture.
happening. It ain't happening. Dirk did the 1 chip challenge.
Really?
He said it's as hot as that or hotter.
Wow.
I took one bite of that son of a bitch, and I'm telling you right now, I think someone stuck a scalding hot sword up my ass as soon as I did.
That bad, huh?
Oh, it was terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Okay, so this says it measures at 500,000 plus on the Scoville heat unit. Don't know what that
I don't have a
compares
clue.
to.
I look up and see what's on the Scoville.
You're introducing a cayenne-based blend with habanero peppers and ghost peppers. It's packing a huge punch, giving probably 500,000 plus Scoville heat units in each bite.
It was terrible.
Really?
I'm telling you, I'm gonna look up 500,000 Scoville.
I'm gonna look up the one chip challenge because Payne did that. There we go. Okay, here's the one chip challenge on the Scoville. It is 2.2 million.
Well,
so
I'm just telling you what Dirk said.
Hattie B's was just.
It was terrible. I'm telling you, it was horrible. It was so bad that I did for 15 minutes. I couldn't even eat anything. I drank, put my tongue in water. It was hot. I mean, absolutely miserable. If you did it, then I'm glad for you.
Let's see.
It's basically a habanero, the red Savagna habanero is what it is. It's more than the Scotch bonnet. It's more than the habanero. It's more than, well, put it this way,
Did your whole face get hot, like you had a
horrible.
sunburn?
Yeah,
That's when you know it's hot.
A jalapeno pepper is 10,000, so it's 50 times hotter than a jalapeno.
Carolina Reaper's 2.2 million.
Some Trinidad one's 1.5 million.
Red Savina habanero is 580,000.
I don't even know. I'm telling you, it's fucking hot. It was miserable.
Ghost Pepper's 1 million.
Yeah, it was hot. I would never do it again.
Never.
I'm glad I tried. Oh shit, no.
Like, do you even taste anything when it's that hot?
My mouth went numb.
So no.
My nostrils.
Were you smart enough to eat your meal before you did this, or was that your meal?
That was my meal. One bite.
Fuck.
I took one bite of that son bitch. That's all I ate.
So your whole mouth is just screwed.
15 minutes later, I sat there, and this lady comes in. Oh, you need milk and stuff. They ain't got fucking milk.
Not in the.
They got
Hattie
sweet tea.
B's. Oh.
So, anyways, then Michelle.
The acid in the tea is probably reacting.
It was terrible. And then this lady sat next to us. Oh, I was going to try one of them. I was here, give you.
Have at it.
I said,
free.
I just cut it off with a knife. So here, gave her. Her and her husband took one. She goes, oh, that's miserable. The waiter come in. And he goes, sir, who's the fool that's trying this? Oh, that'd be me.
Mm-hmm. Were you gonna get a T-shirt or anything if you finished it?
Fuck no.
Nothing.
I've never been eating somewhere things were so hot I couldn't eat. Actually, I ordered one of them in the medium.
You should have ate the medium first.
Well, I thought Mom would take the hot one. She really likes hot shit.
She didn't try it?
She goes, I'm not doing that.
Oh.
And the medium was hot too.
I want to try Hattie B's.
I've
done my own hot chicken before, and it's good, but I can manage.
Whoa. You said it was what? It was good?
Yeah.
This wasn't good. There was nothing about this that was good.
No, but I want to try Hattie B's, the hot chicken sandwich with the pickle and all that other stuff.
Next year,
I've done my own.
Next year when we go, are you going to try the hottest one?
No.
Yeah, you see, that's a smart part. We ate at Hattie B's again the last night.
Was it good?
I ate the medium. It was still warm, but it wasn't nothing like. I mean, I took a bite. I got sick on the last night we were there. Last afternoon we were there. I started getting a sore throat and stuff.
Shaking hands.
We went to eat, and I went home from the eating, and Mom and then went to see a comedian. I didn't even go.
Really?
Nope, I didn't feel
just
good.
said, go ahead, have
to the hotel
fun.
room. Yep, I took the Uber back to the hotel, and Mom and Dirk and Meg and Henry went to see Big John Okerok or something. I can't remember his name. His mom said he was hilarious.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I had severe FOMO the whole weekend. So like every time, I did not want to take your calls because you were telling me how great of a time it was.
It was a damn good time.
And I was missing out. I was stuck in Texas preparing to go to Deadwood, South Dakota, where it's going to be 2 below zero when I get there.
That's miserable. I went there not having a clue what it was going to be like. I have a good time anytime I'm with the boss people anyway. So I thought, it'd be a good time. We had a good time in St. Louis at Squad Fest. It was a good time, but it was like going to a hunting show in Texas in the late 90s. It was packed, wall to wall freaking people. All of our sponsors were there. There was a lot of people. You couldn't even go visit people.
Really?
Yeah. You go over and you would see what's going on, but it would be.
Did they push you away as you're talking?
You had to fucking move.
Really?
But it was a great time. So anyways, first day we go there to go eat there. We went to some fancy jean place. You can get custom made jeans.
I'd have gone there.
And we went there. It was called Imogene and Willie's, custom made jeans and Mom bought a jacket, an old gas station jacket. I think Meg bought the same jacket. Anyway, so we did that. We drove around. Then that night we went to eat at Old Red's, which is what's the singer? Blake Shelton's place. We ate there, and there was a bunch of people there. Tim Noy was there, and Luke Cramlett from Lucky Duck were in there. Tim No. He spells it the same as a buddy of mine named Noy, and I always say that it's Tim No. Tim was in there. Tim and Luke were in there. Wade Shoemaker was in there. We sat and visited with them a long time. It was a really good time.
No, I'm glad you had a great time.
Had a wonderful, wonderful time. Anyways, that night,
even though you got a cough now,
that night,
COVID.
Pacific Boys went to Jason Aldean's on the roof, and they were partying it pretty hard. You know, Pacific Boys party. Have you noticed that ever?
They're good at that.
And Alex. The next morning, I see Zach, and I think it's Alex, but Alex looks a little different. Guy's got dark glasses on, so I see Zach, and I kind of give him the hand, and you reach around and hug him.
Yeah.
The other guy hugged. I have no idea who the fuck I hugged, because after I hugged him, I thought, this is not Alex. And Zach goes, yeah, Alex is in the room sick.
Yeah.
I was like,
so you hugged a guy.
They have no idea who he was.
Did you call him Alex?
I don't know if I did or
what's
not.
up, brother?
I'm just glad I didn't, grab him on his butt cheeks or anything.
When I hug like that, I say, what's up, brother?
I don't know what I hugged. I don't know what I said, but I was embarrassed because I hugged a guy I didn't know.
Yeah.
So
He's probably back home like, there's a guy that hugged me there, and I don't know who he was.
Some fat guy from Texas hugged me.
And now I got a cold because of that fat guy from Texas that hugged me. Yeah, and then Alex won. I saw he won
the
call makers contest.
Yes.
First place. He said, Deuce, you cannot call me Deuce anymore. He's got his own gold trophy. So congratulations to Alex.
So Trevor now will be Deuce in Mexico because he hasn't won anything.
Not in that vein.
No,
I don't know how they're gonna
championship deal.
Listen, it's a power struggle right now for the Pacific Boys
To see who's on top.
Right now you got to give it to Alex because
is on top.
he's got the gold trophy that's got no dust on it. So
we anyways,
congratulations.
that is a great event. If you're a turkey hunter, you must go there.
So jealous.
I don't know nothing about turkey hunting and about it like I do rifles. And there was a lot of turkey hunters there. It was interesting. Lots of people come up and spoke with us. All our sponsors, most all the sponsors were there, and it was a really good show. And I'm curious to see how they all done. I know the guys from Dirty Duck Sold had a ton of coffee, and met some really cool dudes. I met a guy named Bobby that works for Boss Venator. He is a neat guy. We're gonna have to do a podcast with him. He's in Special Forces for 29 years, retired.
Nice.
It's some really good stories. Very intelligent man. And then Aaron Carter, that dude just really cracked me up. He was a good guy. He was in the booth a lot. And I got to hang out with Snow Bunny. And I'm gonna tell you what, those kids
Snowstorm.
Well, I call him Snow Bunny.
Yeah.
Zach Brawley. Zach is a funny dude. I'm telling you. The boy's got a full mustache with 78 hairs in it. Poor kid can't grow a mustache, save his ass. Him and Connor Gow were in there, and I had a really good time with both of those kids. Those kids worked really, really hard and helped out around the Boss booth, and they're good kids.
Did you work much? It sounds like you were working the room more than you were.
What do you mean working the room?
Just
I visited with
people.
You were
hobnobbing and taking pictures.
I'd done a lot of that, but I sold some stuff too.
Big salesman.
I'm not much of a ballistics guy.
Oh, right.
So people, how many feet per second is that? Fuck, I have no idea.
Doesn't
They gave me
matter.
a piece of paper with the cheat sheet on it.
Oh.
Everybody else there put it behind on their lanyard with their deal. I put mine in my pocket.
Right. So
Well,
now it looks obvious whenever you're digging in your
I had
pocket.
a shin vest on one day. The next day I wore another shin vest, and I went looking for my bill. And
Not there.
So I was like, I'd have to push it to someone else. That Boss Tom, though, woo, a lot of that stuff going through the doors.
Is it?
It's good stuff. It is really, really good stuff. So a lot of duck loads.
Yeah. Makes sense.
One guy made a comment to me. He said, well, you sound just like a salesman. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, you're trying to sell me on this 3.5 War Chief. So I'm telling you, it's the best shit out there. He goes, yeah, but you work for the company. He goes, well, I want someone that really knows it's in the field, that knows what's going on. How many days did you hunt this year? I said, 7 days. Well, that's really not a lot in this field. I said, well, no, it's not, but I run a pretty good operation. I understand that.
He's just checking your credentials,
he was
Jeff.
calling me out. Just thought I was just hired help from somewhere.
You're just a hired hand. You're paid to say this, Jeff.
I said, I've been in business for a long, long time, and I'm telling you, it's like shooting lead back in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
I do real good with old guys.
Oh, yeah.
That's my bread and butter right there.
So was he a young Thundercat, flat bill wearer?
Kind of a
Kind of a healthy mix?
I think he was just trying to call me out, and I don't go down real fast.
No.
So it was I enjoyed the banter with him a little bit. Most people really there was a lot of young people there, a lot of girls, a lot of couples, a lot of Amish people.
Yeah,
I was kind of surprised by that. You know what's really interesting too is I started noticing they shave their face, like from their ears. It's weird. Their beard, they shave above their mustache, and they shave their cheeks.
I don't know. I've never been that close to an Amish fella.
I started noticing all that.
I'm sure they've got a reason.
It was a busy week. We had a new grandbaby on Tuesday.
Whew.
We had a big grandson, 9 pounds 3 ounces. Congratulations, Zach and Shelby. Pearson Bennett. I'm gonna call him Bronky. I think he's gonna be a big old boy.
I just got a text. They're calling for 5 inches of snow in Deadwood on the day that I land. I hope that they are prepared.
Do you really have a clue what you're getting into here?
I don't. 5 inches of snow. The high on Wednesday. So I fly out Wednesday at 11. I'll get there about 4.
So it'll be about 3 degrees when you get there.
The high is 2.
Well, it won't be 3 then. So it'll probably be negative.
Yeah.
Do you land in Deadwood or in Rapid City?
Rapid City, 45 minutes away. And then
Who is that from where your house is? Who's picking you up?
One of them. They're going to go to Rapid City that day. They don't have a whole lot of plans on Wednesday. And so they're just going to go like dick around and play bowling or something like that. Play bowling. They're going to go bowling.
Are y'all staying in Deadwood?
I don't know where our house is at, but we're gonna snowmobile on Thursday where the high is 1.
You're in the mountains. I mean, it's just like being in Colorado or New Mexico. There's not much difference there to where you were in Angel Fire.
And then I think Blake has a party bus rented, and then so I guess we're gonna booze cruise on a party bus
when it's 2 degrees.
Well, it's gonna be 25 on Friday, so and then Saturday high 37. So we could really play golf on Saturday, and then I fly out Sunday, so high 45 Sunday. So
I had so many people ask
first 2 days.
Why didn't Andy come? Why didn't Andy? I said, Blake's having a bachelor party,
a week-long bachelor party.
Somebody goes, who has a bachelor party 7 months before their wedding? I said, well, obviously Blake does.
And evidently Blake's already forgot. I forgot that they're going today. The week-long bachelor party starts today, and Blake's forgot. I don't know what all he said. I forgot the goods, but like he bought a lot of cases of beer and whiskey and cigars.
How do you forget that shit when you're going to a bachelor party?
I have no idea. I don't know how far down the road he is. I have no idea what Blake has left in Grant, Nebraska. But I can't come. I can't help you, Blake. I'm sorry. I've got to bring the shit that he forgot from Texas, and I'm carrying on. Like I'm not checking any luggage because I don't land in Texas until 11:15 on Sunday night.
Do Jesse need me to pick you up?
No, I'm going to drive. But what I'm saying is like I'm going to be limited on space, and he's already forgot a bunch of thermals.
When are you flying out?
Wednesday. 11:15 Wednesday morning, and then I land Sunday at 11:15 Sunday night. But what I'm getting at is I'm not going to check a bunch of luggage and then have to stand at the carousel when I land.
You're landing in Abilene. It won't take that long.
No, I land in Dallas.
Oh, you're flying out of Dallas?
Yeah, DFW. So
why don't you let me take you to the airport then Wednesday?
Why? I can drive myself. I'm not pampered.
I understand that.
You know, I didn't have a weekend in Nashville where everybody was just fawning all over me. I can drive myself.
Shit. I drove myself.
But what I'm getting at is, you know, Blake's got a lot of shit here that I've got to take. And I'm limited.
What are you
luggage.
taking of his?
He left a whole bunch of shit. He left hoodies, he left thermals, he left his AirPods.
How the fuck does he leave all that shit here? Is that shit I put in the table in there? Was that his stuff?
Yeah.
He left in my truck.
Oh, well, that's how then.
Yeah, it was fixing to go in the big sale we're gonna have next year when hunting season's over. I'm selling every fucking thing that I've collected over the years.
So now evidently Blake left everything for the bachelor party that it takes to run a bachelor party.
Is his earbuds in there?
Yeah.
Because the other day someone asked me, I said, them are Blake's. I said, Andy's supposed to take them or
yeah,
Stoner
I'm taking
was?
a whole bunch of stuff.
I said, I'll ship them to him if Andy forgets.
No, I'm planning on taking them. But now evidently.
What are you taking for luggage?
I
You
don't
better
I
take you
hadn't
some
thought about
warm
that.
fucking clothes.
Because we're gonna snowmobile, so I'm gonna take my shin bibs because they are the kitten's
best.
mittens. I
You
saw
can take
that
for
those.
a coat.
I'm telling you what, I have been carrying that secret since November.
It wasn't much of a secret. I had so many people come up to me and say,
Jeff, it
I
was
love them
totally a secret.
shin
No, it was a
bibs
secret.
that Andy's wore.
It's a
And
secret.
I even said to something Jeff Jones about it.
Top secret.
He told me, I said, I hope you're not mad at Andy for that. He said, oh, hell no, I ain't mad at him at all.
Well, when I got the bibs, he was like, listen, I want to keep this under wraps as much as possible. I'm like, okay. So, like, people took there was a hunter that took a video of me and posted it, and then that got screenshot and made the rounds. That was in November. I hadn't had the bibs a week.
Yeah, it was already out.
And it was already out. And then, like, anytime a picture, I kind of had to crop a bunch of pictures because he didn't want a whole bunch of the features to get released before, because we were product testing them. And I wore the bibs 7 days a week, and everything, I was not easy on them.
How did it pass the test?
They passed with flying colors. Zippers work great. That's the biggest thing, is the zippers have to work. There's nothing more frustrating. You're already cold. You just want to put some bibs on and warm up. So zippers have to work. Zippers work. They're totally windproof, totally waterproof. They're great bibs. I saw somebody was griping that they are not insulated, but I was not. I hunted, there were a lot of days that it was especially towards the end there when it was too late to do us any good, but it was cold. And as long as your base layer is good, like, you're not going to feel any of the wind. And then when you start moving around a little bit in it, it keeps the heat in. So they're great bibs. So definitely going to take the bibs because we're going to snowmobile and it's going to be 2 degrees. A wool jacket, hoodies. I don't know. I basically feel like I'm going duck hunting is how I feel I need to pack. A couple nice flannels maybe. I don't know.
You better take a bunch of stuff.
Definitely take gloves. Can't forget gloves. Liquid IV, hand warmers. Basically going duck hunting without the shotgun is what it feels like.
Do you need some liquid IV?
No, we got a bunch.
Your mom bought 2 boxes before we went to Mexico. I'm like, Michelle, we're going to a bachelor party. It's just me and you.
I got a bunch. I've got a bunch. So I'm good. Can you fly with that? It's powder.
Yeah, you should be able to.
You think so?
I would think.
Now, that whiskey that y'all brought me back.
That your mother brought
Y'all
back.
checked it, I'm assuming?
We bought it in the airport. That's the dumbest shit.
Okay.
You can't bring nothing through customs, but then once you get through customs, you can buy an $8 bottle of water.
Yeah. Well, Jeff, they know their market. They took it from Disneyland. I tell you what I watched while you were away, hobnobbing and shaking hands and kissing babies and signing titties.
Didn't kiss one baby. It didn't sign but 2 titties.
I watched The Founder.
It's a good show.
You've seen it already.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did not know this.
With Keaton?
Yeah, Michael Keaton.
It's a great show.
It's a story about McDonald's.
About how them poor boys got fucked.
You think they got fucked?
Fuck yeah, they did. They should have been paying. They should have gotten them. Well,
See, I
they fucked
disagree.
themselves.
I disagree,
They fucked
but go
themselves.
ahead.
The franchise money. That's where they screwed themselves.
What do you mean?
They wanted to get it in writing that they would get a franchise for every new franchise that would come out.
They got 1%.
They should have got more than that. And he's like, we'll do that. We'll come back and redo that
That's
later.
a handshake deal.
They never did it. And that's their fault.
So, no. Hold on. Here's the deal with that. That never happened.
What do you mean it never happened?
That never happened.
I'm listening.
The that scene where he says they were never guaranteed anything other than the $1 million.
That's where I said they screwed up. They should have got a contract before they took that money.
That never happened. They didn't ask for a part of the franchise going forward.
Never.
They wanted no. Now that's gospel.
Coming from your insider McDonald's
Yes.
who were trying to get the guy on.
He'll come on. They never asked for any percentages going on. They wanted $2.7 million clean and free.
And they
that's
sold
what they got.
Well, then they didn't do it. I saw the deal.
Now this is obviously up for debate because you got the McDonald's sides and then you got corporate McDonald's sides and the Ray Kroc sides. The Ray Kroc side says never happened. And plus, they knew how Ray played at that point in their dealings with him. If I know that Ray's already kind of shady and kind of manipulating things to his advantage, why would you sit across from him with the attorneys and just take Ray's word for it that he's going to give you the 1% that you're owed? I would have it in writing.
Did you see how much that 1% of franchise fee would be?
Been $100 million, $10 million a year, $100 million a year.
it would equal up to about $400 billion up to this point or some shit.
That's what I mean. I think it was $10 million a year.
Would have been more than that. I don't understand what it. I saw a statistic
I don't feel
on it one
bad
day.
for them.
Well, they were a mom and pop hamburger joint. They had a really good deal going. They sold their stuff for $2.7 million in 1970.
Yeah.
That was a lot of money back then. Their families have lived a good, comfortable life since then. So that's a good deal for them. And Ray Kroc was a genius for taking that. The Egg McMuffin deal, that was a wife's deal, wasn't it? A fish fillet.
I can't remember. I'm trying to find it. But so here's the way that I look at it. Ray didn't do anything. I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. I don't feel bad for the McDonald's brothers. I
don't feel bad for them.
I think they would have been very happy if they would have just stayed in San Bernardino. Ray Kroc found soft serve ice cream. McDonald's brothers said no to everything. Every improvement that Ray Kroc had, the McDonald's brothers said no. So Ray, I don't blame him for getting fed up. He's the one that's out there. He's the one that's building this franchise. He should have had more say in what was going on than what he did. So I don't feel bad for the McDonald's brothers. They were two guys that never left San Bernardino. So they weren't ever going to get any better. And plus, like he said, I'm not the only one that you showed this technology to. There were more people that went through your kitchen and saw the way that you ran things that it never paid off.
So what are you trying to say?
Ray made them. If it weren't for Ray Kroc, nobody knows about McDonald's.
So who's bad and who's right? Or what's wrong? Or you're saying that never happened, that one scene. That's my only complaint on the deal.
I think Ray's right. I don't feel bad for the McDonald's brothers.
No, they made $2.7 million in 1970 or whatever it was. It was a lot of money. Make them more than they would off the deal. It was a genius platform they had, though. It was really a good deal.
So I guess, obviously I wasn't alive back then, but you would pull up to a drive-in and they wouldn't start making your order until you placed your order and it took too long?
Like Whataburger is now.
So the McDonald's brothers figured out I can have a very limited menu and have it ready to go when people come.
Yes, they knew that. Well, their foundation was basically the same. A cheeseburger.
Right. 3 shots of ketchup, shot of mustard, 2 pickles, and a little bit of onions.
Right. Terrible onions.
And that's it.
Yep. And they still have terrible onions.
Let's make 50 at a time.
Because they knew they had the people coming. It was never, they were conveyor belting their food.
Right. They took Henry Ford, basically.
Right.
And put it in a restaurant.
But when you go to a Whataburger today, and I'm not as big a Whataburger fan as I used to, Whataburger still makes it made to order. Like if you go into Whataburger right now and there's nobody in the restaurant, I doubt there's anything being cooked.
Right. Right.
But when you go to McDonald's, they're cooking all the time.
They're always cooking.
But McDonald's menu is way too big now.
Yes. Yes. So basically that was it. You had a small menu. You had cheeseburger, hamburger, shake. That was the menu.
Yep, and Coke.
So, I mean, walk up. I'll have, just like on Christmas or National Poon Vacation Vegas, blue or chicken or beef. It was blue or yellow.
They don't, fixing to sneeze again.
This says it would be worth $100 million today.
Is what their franchising fee would have been worth?
What happened to the McDonald's brothers at the end of the film? The brothers lost their business with a check of $1 million, and they had a handshake deal that if it was an actual contract would have been worth $100 million today.
Well,
just what it says.
They come out very well for just a little hamburger joint. Cold, some bitches.
You should have taken Purell.
So,
anyway, it was a very good show on Netflix. Go check it out.
Can you order a hamburger at McDonald's now, just plain hamburger, or is it just cheeseburgers?
I'm sure you can cut whatever you want.
Well, they hate that shit. When I go to McDonald's and I'm with someone and they want to add or take off, it makes me so mad. Fucks up the whole order.
I'm right there with you.
Now, I don't like their onions.
No, I'm not a big onion guy either.
Especially their onions are horrible. Freeze dried or whatever they are. Ugh. But their regular little cheeseburger is good. Their chicken McNuggets are good.
So this brings up an interesting question: is who do you side with on a thing like this? Do you side with the guy that invented it, had a really good invention, or do you side with the guy that pushed it and made it what it is?
I gotta go get me a napkin.
We'll be right back, everybody. Got a Purell.
I ain't had a cold in a year or two.
Well, you hadn't been anywhere in a year.
I've been a lot of places. It's first time.
Not shaking hands and kissing babies. Probably those titties that you signed.
So
who do you side with on a thing like this?
well, I think that the Mr. Kroc guy was a genius, and I think the guy who did McDonald's in the first place was a genius. I mean,
The McDonald's brothers?
one brother was more responsible for it than the other. I think one was the big boss, and the other one was kind of a follower.
One seemed like he was just kind of there for
A job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't know. But anyway, we got some McDonald's connections, so it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if we can get the true story. I doubt we will, but
But I remember going to McDonald's, and it was a very limited, way too much on their menu now. Way too much. And I don't know if it helps or not. I don't understand. God almighty.
I don't know what you got a hold of.
I don't understand all the advertising the companies do.
What do you mean? You have to advertise.
No, you don't. If McDonald's didn't advertise for a year, I don't think their sales would go down one bit.
Yeah, but you kind of have to.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Why don't we go to hunting shows anymore?
Because you're going to have Burger King is going to outpace you.
There's no way.
I'm just telling you.
There is nobody goes to Burger King on purpose.
If you're not first, you're last.
Burger King sucks.
But what's funny is Ray Kroc, I'm totally into this thing now. The model was he went to the country clubs and he got the guys that had money to invest and buy a McDonald's.
Right.
But he soon found out that they were not interested in buying a job. They wanted something that was going to passively earn them income.
Yes.
So their restaurants failed because they didn't have their thumb on it, and they also did not follow the McDonald's way of doing things. Squirt of ketchup, squirt of mustard, 2 pickles, and a couple onions. So what he figured out is I've got to appeal to the mid-30s crowd, and I've got to get them to invest into McDonald's because they will look at it as a job. It was brilliant. Brilliant. And then he had to go find 30 somethings that had $12,500 to set on fire, basically.
I think one of their big business plans that's been good for them is the real estate.
Yes, and that's what the one guy said. You need to realize that you are not a burger company. You are a real estate mogul.
Yes. You're buying land in good places.
Right.
Like Chick-fil-A right now. If you're going to buy you a job, buy it at Chick-fil-A.
Think so?
Yes. Great business opportunity for someone. I have a guy that hunts with this that owns like 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they guarantee you're going to make so much money per franchise.
Right. But basically, my McDonald's source says McDonald's is kind of going back to that model of we need fresh, young blood in here to run these organizations.
I think McDonald's is doing the same thing a lot of big companies have.
Getting old?
No, they're too woke.
Oh. Well.
They're trying to get the wrong people. Instead of just getting someone that wants to do this, they got to fit their diversification deals.
Right.
And I don't understand that. I just do not get the whole world on that. And it's everywhere. So sick and tired of that, You look at our president and his administration.
Half of his women are actually women, he said.
Well, good for him.
He said that. That's a fucking quote.
He's a dumbass.
Half of the women in my cabinet are women.
We have a transportation secretary that's a fucking
Awful.
on fire, but he got the job because he was gay.
Right.
That's it. If he wasn't gay
Pete.
Well, actually, that's probably not true. He got guaranteed that job if he would step out of the presidential race. When all them people stepped out, they bought his ass.
They all got jobs in the administration.
Even dumbass fucking Bernie Sanders got paid a bunch of money to drop out of the race because he has no balls and he's not an alpha male. Pete Buttigieg, definitely not an alpha male. They gave the little chick that's the little black lesbian spokesperson. She's horrible. Got the job because she's a black lesbian. The Secretary of Health.
She is lesbian.
Oh, big time.
Oh, I
lesbian.
did not know that.
Oh, yeah.
Good
She
for her.
talks about it all the time. That's why anything doesn't go against her. It's because I'm a black lesbian. So you don't like me.
I understand.
Then you have the dude that wears the dresses that's the Secretary of Health.
Mhm.
And then one of the other guys that got arrested in Vegas for stealing luggage that wears dresses. He was a secretary of some shit. So this is what shows you goes on in the world. When you hire people based on who they sleep with or if they wear a dress or not, instead of just giving the job to the best person. And I think a lot of big companies are falling into them problems.
Well, it'll all correct
Did
itself.
you see where Brittany Griner signed a new basketball contract?
No, I did not.
Yes, with Phoenix or somebody. Where the fuck I don't know. You know what's funny? ESPN, the only thing I see on their social media is them pushing the WNBA.
Do you know something I saw that I did not realize? Karl Malone impregnated like a 12-year-old.
Huh?
Yeah.
Good.
Not too long ago.
Hmm?
Karl
Yeah.
Malone.
I know who he is, the mailman.
Yeah. Evidently, he's like driving a truck now. Or
He owns a big trucking company. He's very successful.
yeah, 13-year-old girl resurfaces after NBA names hoops legend judge of All-Star Dunk Contest.
Well, when did this happen? I mean, it doesn't matter, but it does matter. I'm just curious.
Whoa. Let me see if I can find it. But yeah, I did not know this.
Well, no, it's not something you...
But evidently, Karl Malone's team made this all go away pretty easily. Waddle on over here. Oh, no, he was 20.
Oh, he was fucking... Well, it's still wrong, but he was playing college basketball at Louisiana Tech in 1974.
Yeah, things were different then. Not agreeing with it at all. But who was it? The killer? Jerry Lee Lewis?
And the kid ended up being a professional football player.
Good for him. Huh.
That's funny. When I was in college, one of Malone's nephews played basketball there.
But it was Jerry Lee Lewis, right? And it was his cousin?
Yeah, she was 13.
So.
That's the same deal.
But, no, not the same deal at all. I'm not marrying my 13-year-old cousin, so.
He's a very successful. He owns a trucking company.
Well, I hope he paid child support.
I don't have a clue.
But this just goes back. This is the type of thing that gets brought back up, and then all of a sudden you're ruined. So, Karl Malone, who knew?
Excuse me, I did not know that.
I didn't either.
Didn't really give a shit one way or the other. I'm not watching the NBA dunking contest, but it was a different world then.
Karl Malone met 13-year-old, impregnated her. He was 20.
Well, had a child.
Refused all claims. Malone did.
Oh.
I guess I would too.
Yep. So, anyways, I'm not taking it for the guy at all, but that's the NBA. I don't give two shits, but I'm curious. Do you think Brittany Griner stands for the national anthem now?
No. Not a shot in hell.
Well, she's a real cunt if she does it.
I think her people are going to get to her and twist her and make it to where you would hope that she would, though. Surely. We went and got your ass. Like, you could still be sitting over there for your fucking weed pen. And you should still be sitting over there for your weed pen.
Do you?
You broke the law. You knew you were breaking the law. You were taking a banned substance into a country that does not play.
That game.
Doesn't fucking play. Like, hard time for that.
Pretty stupid. Do you see all the arguments? And I think it's funny. Well, if the WNBA paid more, she wouldn't have to go to Russia. You know what? Motherfucker working at damn 7-Eleven, if his job paid more, he wouldn't have to work at fucking, 2 jobs. Mm-hmm. She is getting paid to play basketball, and she's making $250,000 a year. You know what? She's got a dick anyway. She ain't good enough to be on the men's team. That's what the problem is. Bitch got a fucking Adam's apple. I don't understand why they don't understand. There's no money in women's sports. We don't give a shit. And you don't blame that on? Blame it on the women. They make up 51% of our population. If they would watch more women's basketball, then by God, there would be more money in basketball.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to watch fucking women's basketball. The number one women's sport is starting right now.
Softball.
College softball is the best sport that women have. But nobody wants to watch it on pro sports at nighttime. And WNBA, if the NBA did not give money to the WNBA, then it wouldn't even be around anymore. I did see where one of the girls was bitching and complaining because they don't get a flight. They have to fly commercial. They don't get a chartered jet. Well, fuck, I'm not going to pay for that shit.
Have you seen this? If Serena Williams would have played against a man, she would have ranked around 1,000.
Yes.
She would have been the 1,000th best tennis player if
and she's a freaking beast.
And she's the best that the women have to offer.
They had a
which means she probably couldn't beat a really good
college
high school
player.
kid.
Probably, yeah, you're probably right. I saw that somebody was pushing for her to play Andy. Who's the number one man?
Right.
Andy Riddick, maybe, or somebody. I fucking don't know the tennis players. Was the guy that didn't take the vax from the Australia guy or something. Well, anyways, she said, I don't want to play him. She goes, he'll beat my lips off.
Right.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
She goes, I'm not going to embarrass myself and try to do that.
Right.
She goes, it's a different game.
Yeah.
You know, if she tells you that, then by God, you need to believe it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the holding call in the NFL. The guy that held said he held, end of the story.
Jeff, that's part of the script.
There ain't no script.
There is
There
too.
ain't a fucking script. The
There's
guy's
part of the
wrong.
script.
You see the guy that guaranteed the Eagles were going to win? He lost.
It's part of the
How'd
script.
your TikTok guy end up doing?
I never watch any of that TikTok shit.
He
It's all part of the script. Listen, when they held against Kaepernick, Baltimore holds the guy in the end zone. Crabtree, right?
probably so. I can't remember.
Yeah.
There's been shitty
didn't
calls.
call it. Because you know what they said? Too close to the end. Let them play.
I'm
Not blatant. Not egregious.
Okay.
Let them play. Let them play.
What made me mad about the Super Bowl was it cost us the fans
I
getting
agree.
a chance to see Kansas City's defense stop
I
Philly
agree.
or Jalen Hurts go down, score a touchdown. Regardless, I did. Have you seen the camp news from the Giants?
No.
Daniel Jones went out and got him a new agent.
Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes wants to get paid.
Hell yeah, he does.
Now, do you know what the franchise money is for Saquon if they franchise him?
It's top like 5%, isn't it?
Yeah.
28.
$10 million is a franchise fee for a running back.
What?
Yes, 10.3.
Wow.
The lowest there is. Kickers aren't very far behind that.
I did not know that.
Yes, 10.3. So
but I figured that there were enough. I figured like Zeke and a couple of the other big contracts would skew that number enough.
$10 million.
Wow. That's not
So,
bad at all.
No.
Franchise's ass.
That's what they want to do. They want to sign Danny Dimes to a long-term contract.
Right.
I think Danny Dimes played himself into a 3-year, $90 million deal or $100 million. I think if you
Took
pay
him to
him
the
more than
playoffs.
that, you're taking a big chance.
Right.
I don't think there's going to be a huge market for him. So I think if he would take that deal. But if they can get him signed, then they can franchise Saquon.
Right.
Fuck, franchise Saquon 3 years in a row. This third year, it won't be $15 million a year. Still doing better than the Cowboys did with Zeke. I thought that was kind of interesting today, too.
The DA downgrades charges against Alec Baldwin, but they're going to arrest the one guy that shot the illegal immigrant crossing his ranch.
People in this country are fed up.
Evidently not.
This stuff in Ohio is complete bullshit. And then dumb fuck went to Ukraine today, which is all a setup deal. I texted my congressman. I damn sure did.
You did.
And I asked him, I said, how long are we going to keep this charade up with Ukraine?
Because now we're paying their pensions
Yeah, fuck
and
that.
all of their welfare
and
systems.
Didn't even get a fucking reply back. I said, we're sick of this charade. You know what we need? We need people to run against Ronnie Jackson. We need someone in Texas to represent Texas. We need someone in every congressional district in this country to represent their people in America. I'm tired of this shit. It's every fucking place. There is no reason for us to be doing that. Now, Kevin McCarthy's come out and said he's not going to release all the January 6th stuff. He promised he was going to. Now he don't want to. Yeah, because it fucking do some of that deep state shit. You know? We got people still in jail from January 6th, but Alec Baldwin ain't done shit.
So this is a map that they're really concerned that this explosion in Ohio
Man-made explosion.
has affected all of this water.
Yep.
If you look closely, we're
No. You're
it's
way
affected
off.
all of the
No.
tributaries.
No, it's not going to. It's going to affect the water that runs down. It ain't going to affect us in the Red River Basin. See that stuff in the purple right there? That's what it's
all
going to
that
affect.
it's affected.
It's not going to affect the upper Mississippi. It's just showing you the different river basins. The river basins in the purple are the ones that are going to do it.
Oh well, then fuck all y'all.
It
We're
ain't-
good.
it ain't
My
gonna
drinking
affect
water's
us.
clean.
But let me tell you something. That's probably, I'm going to guess, going to affect 30% of the population in this country.
But I don't understand how it's not going to affect this branch right here.
Why is it going to? It's not going to go. It's not going to run upstream.
You can't tell me that there's not zero that's going to get into this.
How? It's not. The water runs down. It don't run up.
There's got to be enough tributaries that tie in up
It
here.
runs down.
I understand it goes
not
to the
up.
Gulf.
Right. How do you figure it's going to affect anything around us?
There's not like a little bitty creek that ties into this fucking river somehow?
Andy.
Going this way, down, southwest?
No. Everything runs down. Everything runs into the Mississippi, and that's it. The Ohio River is going to run into, at St. Louis or somewhere, is going to run into the Mississippi. Where it runs into the Mississippi at, then it's going to be all in the Mississippi.
What if there's another earthquake that makes the Mississippi River run backwards?
Then the Mississippi will run backwards, and it'll affect them. It ain't going to affect us.
Yeah, no, it'll go back this way. It'll push it back
Jesus
this way.
Christ.
That's how fucking Reelfoot got flooded, Jeff. I mean, it's history.
We're nowhere along the Mississippi.
It'll go back this way. What if it's a strong enough? We already got earthquakes out here.
Yeah, it ain't going to happen. But it is going to affect this people.
There's not a 0 chance. There's not a 0% chance.
What would concern me more was the fallout from all that fucking smoke and shit. And luckily for us, the wind doesn't blow from the east much, so it doesn't affect us.
There was somebody in Canada, TikTok I saw, but it had blown up there.
Yes, the north wind. They had a south wind.
The snow was melting.
Yes.
It's like a rainbow on the asphalt. Now.
Who gave a private company the authority? Oh, we're going to have the fire chief on our podcast later today. We need to release that one before we do this one, probably anyways. But we're going to talk about that.
So we can really sound like dumbasses.
Who gave the authority to blow up that fucking all that shit? I mean, I just
was it a controlled demolition or did it just explode when it fell over? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they used 1,000 tons of something or 1,000 pounds of something or another.
Maybe that's where the missing missile is.
I know we got another balloon now out in the Pacific.
Oh.
Now, of course, we won't shoot the motherfucker down until it gets into San Francisco or something. Right. Shoot some bitch down now.
That's not our waters.
Yeah, it is.
All the way out there?
Yeah, it's international waters. You shoot it down. Who the fuck's going to say anything?
Evidently that sort of thing happens all the time.
What?
The balloons, and somebody made a big post about Russia got really close to American airspace with their fighter jets, and somebody was like, "That happened." I was stationed there in the Air Force.
That's an everyday deal,
and they're always doing that type of shit.
Yeah.
So
the old the Bear bombers that they have, that's got we used to fly right along our airspace every fucking day.
Right.
And we would send some fighters up. We'd fly next to him. The guys would wave at each other. He'd fly back to Kiev or wherever he's going. Or Kiev's in Ukraine. He'd go to Kamchatka or wherever, and we'd fly back to Dutch Harbor or wherever we're at.
Right.
So that's just a common deal. But it is a complete our politics right now. The people that are running our country are the people that we have elected, and we are dumbasses, and we just let them continue and continue and continue to screw us to death.
Mm-hmm.
And it don't matter if they're an R or a D; they're in it for themselves. Until we get rid of all them fuckers, we're gonna be stuck with this shit.
So I follow this account on TikTok, and it's a Pelosi stock trader. So obviously Pelosi was the best of the year.
She's the greatest stock trader in the history of mankind.
You know who was second?
Most McConnell,
Dan Crenshaw.
No shit.
He was second.
Yeah, don't surprise me.
Most profitable congressman, according to this. According to this Twitter.
Old fucking Patch from Texas. Get rid of his ass too.
Who keeps track of all this?
Have no use for Dan Crenshaw either.
Well, you've said that
for a long time. You always defend him. So you still defending him?
Well, he's fought for our country, so he should.
There's a lot of people have fought for our country.
He should reap the benefits.
So, because he fought for our country, he should reap the benefits. Fuck him.
I'm gonna verify this.
And his Black Rifle coffee drinking ass.
I'm gonna try to verify this before Jeff gets us in even more trouble.
Who's gonna get onto this?
You never know, Jeff. Never know.
You know what? You know why our podcast grows and grows and grows? Because we're honest about shit. And that's what the problem is. Most people aren't.
I'll try to find something.
Now, if someone come in and offered us $20 million, we might change.
You would sell out.
Laugh all the way to the fucking bank.
I don't know about that. I got morals, Jeff.
So $20 million you wouldn't change and be a liberal pansy on the air?
On the air?
On the air.
No, listen. I got to sleep at night. So, Porter buying. So he bashed electric cars and then he invested in them. So that is a fact.
But the problem is those guys keep getting fucking reelected. And just like me talking about selling out the $20 million, that's what happens to every one of them.
Right.
You know?
So you're saying that we would be no better?
No, I'm not saying we would be, or not. I don't know. I'm not, that offer's not coming. But I would have a hard time keeping my mouth shut because I just can't do it. But that's what's wrong, though. We've been the people right there making all of our decisions for us. I mean, you go to the border right now, it's a fucking mess, and nothing is being done to fix it. Matter of fact, I saw dumb fuck Biden get on TV and talking about the fentanyl. We're going to control it. Yeah, close the fucking border. It's pretty simple.
So it looks like I was wrong. Looks like he was 5th.
Okay. Old patch.
So, not 2nd. So here.
If someone told you that he really had good eyesight in both eyes, would you believe that?
No.
You really think that?
No, he's got a fake eye.
For sure.
I don't think that the Navy would lie about any of that stuff.
You don't. Our government.
No.
Our government you trust.
If you found out this all happened.
If it came out today that Dan Crenshaw has good eyes and he's using that just to get elected, would you be shocked?
That didn't happen. That didn't happen.
I would not be surprised. Now, I'm saying he probably doesn't. I know that he really is injured. But would it surprise me for someone to play on
Plus, there were guys that were there that, saw it all happen, so.
But today's world, I would not be surprised for someone to use something like that to get elected now.
So Pelosi was not number 1 at all. Austin Scott, Pelosi 6, right behind Dan Crenshaw. All Republicans, interestingly enough. Where's Feinstein? I figured she'd be up there.
Oh, she's 90.
Austin Scott, Brian Mast, French Hill, John Curtis, Dan Crenshaw.
How much
Nancy
did they make?
Pelosi.
What was his percentage?
Did pretty well for himself in 2021. Oh, this is a year old, so maybe it's different. Netted the 5th.
I would like to know what their deal is.
Well, you can invest just like them, and there's actually another company coming out. I can't remember who it was, but you basically you pick which congressperson you want to invest like, and it will automatically invest.
The problem is
the
like
same amount, like percentage wise.
Like
so,
old fucking Patch though, he didn't disclose his trades for months.
Well, they have a grace period, so like when everybody invested in, I think it's like a month, maybe, might be 6 weeks, but. Basically, whenever all the stuff about TikTok came out, they were all going to ban TikTok. They all jumped on the Meta, which is what the company is. They all started pumping money into Meta because they knew that TikTok was probably going to go down with the news that they were talking about.
He made 44% on his stocks.
I'm guessing that's good.
44%, yeah. You've got $1 million in stock market. You got 1.4 million the next year. The next year after that, you've got 1.4 at 44 would be 44 and 22. You'd have 2 million. The third year, you've got 2.8. The fourth year, you've got 28 times 4 times $4 million after 4 years.
And that's how they do it.
Yeah. And then 5.5 after 6 years.
Tuberville, he's been very active too, I've read on this Twitter page. But yeah, you basically, so you get this stock, you get this trading app, and you put however much money you want into it, and then it will automatically invest like your favorite congressman.
That's a good idea. What they need to have is a law that says you cannot trade stocks. Just mutual funds is all you can put your money into.
Well,
or bonds.
They're doing that bill now. It's not going to go anywhere.
No, but it should be. And it should be for your family members. And then guess what? These fuckers won't want to run for Congress that are trying to get rich because it'll be a real job like a real person has. You know?
Right.
You can put money in your 401k and that's it. They ought to be able to have the same stock market. They ought to put all their money in the same thing that our soldiers are in. That TAPS or TIPS or whatever the hell that thing is.
That was just last year.
I'm so sorry. But I mean, see, we just let them get by with this shit. And you know what's crazy? If you look at our country right now, fucking Batman's fixing to come out. We ain't very far from living in fucking Gotham in some of these big cities.
Yeah.
Have you seen how the fucking people in Gotham dress? You look at them goofy subbitches that go to the Grammys and crap.
Didn't watch that. So.
Well, I didn't either. But I mean, it's just we're not very far from that stuff. What do you think about all the devil worshiping at the Grammys? I don't put much stock into that.
The youth of America has been the biggest problem for 200 years. It's always been that next generation. With this next generation, they're fucking it up for the rest of us. And I think it's the same thing as like when Elvis was devil worshiping by shaking his hips. And
See, I think so too.
it was what I mean. You got Kiss, you got Shout at the Devil, Motley Crue. I mean, it's just
Marilyn Manson.
yeah. Marilyn Manson was bad. Eminem was bad, and I don't put a whole lot of.
I think it's just the young people. Now, do we need more Christianity? Yes, we do.
Sure, there's that revival going on. Where is it? There's some places it's supposed to be like a weekend, and it's gone 9 or 10 days. So
We need more Christianity.
Big
we need
revival.
more of that stuff. But one of the problems is the hypocrisy on the left about Christianity.
mm-hmm.
You know, one bad Christian does something, and Karl Malone, for example.
Right,
They want to judge everybody off Karl Malone having sex when he was 19 years old with a 13-year-old.
right.
You know, not every basketball player at Louisiana Tech was doing that. But if one Christian does something, I saw a deal. They were crucifying Donald Trump because some old guy married some young hottie at Mar-a-Lago this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this stuff here. Well, the lady is above age and she wants to marry an old man. Let her. You're damn sure ain't had a problem with the Epstein shit.
Right.
And those girls were underage.
Yeah, they were making a big deal about Leonardo DiCaprio dating a 19.
Big go.
Who gives a fuck?
If that
She's
girl
of
wants to
age,
date
and
him,
that's what,
let her.
like, God bless both of them. They're both consenting adults. But that's what's funny is they want to push the voting age down to 16. But they don't trust a 19-year-old girl to do what's best in her self-interest because she's getting preyed upon by 45 or 50-year-old Leonardo DiCaprio. It's like, well, you can't have it both ways.
I think we need to move.
You got to pick a side. I think you got to bump up the voting age.
Yeah,
if you're going to do
25.
anything.
I think so too.
Not 25, but
Why?
Not 25's too. 25's way too old. I would go for 20.
Most
21?
25-year-olds finally see what's going on in the world. You know, it's funny. Now, I was at a turkey convention, which is going to be hunters.
Right.
And they're going to be conservative type people. I had a good conversation with a Muslim Uber driver.
Uh-huh.
Very good conversation. And actually with two of them. And both of them think just like I do.
Right.
You know, this bullshit left democracy crap is killing.
Well,
our
they don't
country.
play that game in that part of the
And
world.
then I met a guy who was from Iran that was my driver, who was not a Muslim. He was Bahar, some other religion I never heard of. But he talked about the same stuff. I mean, everybody is sick and tired of how dangerous big cities are. The crime.
Did you ever felt unsafe in Nashville?
No.
Or y'all were in a nice spot?
No, we went to downtown Broadway, which was down there big.
Was marijuana everywhere?
I didn't notice it.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
No, I didn't.
Well, some of our
Nashville's
friends recently got back from there, and they said it was everywhere they went. But I didn't know if you noticed it.
wasn't
at
it
all.
Old Reds? Wasn't it Hattie B's?
Oh.
And it wasn't at the Turkey Convention at the Gaylord.
Well, you said you went out, so that's what I meant.
We went out one night on the strip.
Right.
It was a Wednesday night, and it was busy, but it wasn't really, really busy. They said on weekends you can't even walk down the strip. It was so busy.
Okay, so that was probably it.
And you know who we didn't see that was in concert there that I'd like to see?
Billy Joel.
Adam Sandler.
Oh, really? I watched his movie too. Finally, guys, I'm way behind on movies. I watched Hustle finally. It was okay.
Is that with him and Queen Latifah are married?
Yeah.
It's not a bad show at all.
It's all right.
Me and Mom are still watching Animal Kingdom. We're fixing to start season 3. That is a great series.
Outer Banks starts this week.
We're going to finish this one before we go into see. What's that kid's name on that? John Paul or
John B.
John B?
John B. So I'm worried about Outer Banks because how long can we keep chasing this?
This will be last year probably.
Yeah, I mean,
Gonna beat it to the
season
ground.
1 was really good. Season 2 was okay, and I don't know. I just worry.
Now, the boys are Harry Potter fans.
They are.
They have a new show coming out now. I saw them advertising it on something the other day, but it's not. It's something about Hogwarts.
I don't know. They've got a new game on PlayStation 5.
Maybe that's what it is. No, this is an actual show.
Oh, I don't
Coming
know.
out a new Hogwarts something show.
Right.
You know, I never did understand why they didn't keep the magic of the first couple of years.
Because
Go
the
back
crowd
and-
grew up.
Hold on, just let me. Let's start with a new kid that's a wizard. I mean, they're all fucking wizards that go there. Start a new kid that's 8 years old. It don't have to be as black and dark as it was. Make it more family friendly. and you'd keep those young kids involved.
Then you wouldn't have Harry Potter. You'd have something else.
Well, you could be. It don't have to be Harry Potter.
But what I mean is that crowd started with Harry Potter when they were 8, 9, 10 years old, and then they grew up while Harry Potter was getting, so they matured.
Start out with a new 8-year-old kid
matured.
and do a couple of ones Hogwarts first year or something or second year, and I think Disney would be onto something really good if they did that.
Keep it the way it is.
When does the NCAA tournament start?
March.
We need to see about getting a basketball player on to do the
Phil.
brackets when they come out. That would be a pretty cool show.
I've never done bracket before.
Well, it would be cool to do one with him.
Who are you taking? Gonzaga?
No.
No?
I don't have a clue.
I'm taking Nebraska. Very big basketball program.
I don't think so.
I bet they are.
Nebraska? No. I'm going to say going to be Kansas, Alabama, Texas, Houston.
Houston.
Yeah, Houston's really good.
Here we go. Here is Kansas. I'm taking Kansas.
Well, that's really going way out on the limb.
Final answer. Final answer is Kansas. Let's see.
I'm going to take the Houston because Mattress Mac bet a bunch on Houston.
Houston, Alabama, Kansas. That might be an old article, but there's your updated rankings. UCLA.
Houston's ranked number 1 right now.
UCLA, baby.
Houston, Alabama, Kansas, then UCLA, Purdue, Virginia. Texas is number 8. Tennessee's 11. Let's see. TCU's 24. A&M's 25. Iowa State's 23.
I don't see my Red Raiders on there.
No, they're not very good this year.
Huh.
They've had an off year. They need to hire the guy that choked his wife again.
Yeah, they need to bring Chris Beard back other than...
Do you think he'll get another job?
No.
Never.
No. He'll get... I mean, he will work. He's not going to be unemployed, but his time as a head coach is done.
He'll get a job like at Nike as a scout or something?
I don't know how Nike could hire him.
Their movie's fixing to come out.
Nike?
Yeah, they got a movie about them coming out.
Oh,
how the company was founded and
right. I'm going to bet that Phil Knight was probably not a very politically correct guy, is what I would just bet. I bet he's probably a pretty ruthless businessman. And it's funny that they're going to make a movie about him.
Did you see the scene where he goes to Michael Jordan's mom with a shoe?
Mm-mm.
And she's like, why do you want my son to wear your shoe or something? You know, blah, 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 blah. And he says, well, I think we can get people to buy your shoe. She goes, yeah, if my son's on that shoe, you're going to make a lot of money, so you need to pay him more money or something. And that's the best thing that ever happened to Michael Jordan was Nike.
Yeah.
And the best thing ever happened to Nike was Michael Jordan.
You think it would have been better than Magic Johnson?
Yes.
Because he's the one that lost out big.
Yeah, Magic Johnson went through that AIDS scare, and I think that would have really hurt.
Hurt him.
I remember when that first came out, I was working at Huff Furniture, and it was in the warehouse, and we were loading up stuff, and it come on the radio that, actually people listen to the radio then, said that Magic Johnson has AIDS. Talked all about it, you know, and everybody went from that was basketball
I didn't know he was a cocksucker.
Yeah, that's basically was the conversation we had. You know, build one bridge, you're never a bridge builder. It's like one dick, you're a cocksucker the rest of your life.
Yeah, poor guy had to overcome that. That's another thing, and we got a pharmacist on, but coming on, but I think 70% of commercials in America are from the pharmaceutical companies.
Pfizer's got this new thing that was on Daytona 500 yesterday.
Really?
There was nothing on TV yesterday. It's cold. I don't feel good. I'm cold. I'm watching TV doing nothing all day long. And I was like, oh, shit. This is how big a sports fan I am.
NASCAR's on.
I was scrolling. And I said, today's the Daytona 500.
How Travis Pastrana did.
He wrecked at the very end, but he was like in 12th place with like 5 laps to go.
Hell yeah.
I was pulling for him.
Travis?
Just it would have been interesting to see him win that damn thing.
Yeah.
He done good. But anyways.
What about Bubba Wallace?
He sucks. I hate to tell you this makes me sound racist, not that way. If Bubba Wallace is white, he wouldn't have the job he has now. Just like Danica Patrick wouldn't have had a vagina.
Right.
Bubba's there because he's black. That's it. There's better black drivers out there than Bubba. But anyways, Pfizer has got a commercial on there. And I was thinking the same thing. I thought, motherfucker, every 5 minutes it was a Pfizer commercial for Covidale or some shit. Now, if you get COVID, if you'll take this pill, which is probably fucking ivermectin, is probably what it is.
Probably.
If you'll take this pill, you'll be better and back on the road. You won't have to be the 10 days, blah blah blah. So take it as soon as you get it. Now, them motherfuckers propagated a virus to do this shit, to make fucking money off of, and people in the public are stupid enough to buy it.
But 70% of the commercials that you see are geared towards a drug.
Yeah, it used to be beer and titty commercials.
Right. And now it's pharmaceutical commercials.
Every one of them.
There's some new drug if you're gay and think that you have AIDS but anyway, they...
Whoa. Hold on. Say that again. If you're gay and you think... So if you're straight, you can't take this medicine.
Well,
you got to be gay.
But the commercial is only gay people.
Well, that's usually most people that have AIDS.
Well, don't fucking come at me. I'm just telling you somebody that's seen the commercial. My point is, what I'm getting at is this commercial is everywhere. And not too long ago, I was watching MTV. I was watching Ridiculousness. Fun family. You're going to watch people get hit.
Fun family shit.
Watch people get hit in the nuts and we're going to laugh.
It's something to make you laugh, but it's not a family. But I bet Reese liked it.
Yeah, it's the dumb humor. People falling and... So anyway, we watch and then commercials start. And this is how they get you, because like the first commercial is something, not bad. And then parents get off into their phone and then they weasel this AIDS commercial. And it might not be AIDS, but it's something geared towards homosexuals. And they're not praying the gay away. But
maybe it's selling carpet and drapes.
Yeah, but so I get off of my phone and I look up and it's two dudes kissing. I'm like, what the fuck are we watching? And then I see it's this AIDS commercial.
Have you noticed that Cialis and Viagra have not switched over to homosexuals yet?
Yeah, evidently there's a big market there.
Well, I mean, have you noticed that though?
No, there's still the old people in the bathtub.
It's old people in the bathtub, and they've done mixed race old people in bathtubs, but they haven't had two old dudes in a bathtub yet.
But it's just like, fuck, man. Like I can't take my eye off of this at all. So now we can't watch Ridiculousness anymore.
I met a gay dude in
probably shouldn't have anyway, but whatever.
I met a gay dude in Nashville, bought him a couple drinks.
You did?
Yeah, a guy sitting at a bar one night, he let me and my mom have his seat. I think he was gay. He had all the signs pointing to him.
But I just don't want to explain that to my 8-year-old.
No, I don't blame you.
I mean, I don't. If you're gay, straight, whatever, I don't care. I just don't want a big makeout session on my TV where I've got to, because he's getting to the age now where he'll ask questions.
Well, someone asked me about it that saw me talking to this guy and said, I saw you talking to that gay dude at the bar. I said, I don't know if he's gay or not. He said he had a wife, but I said, I think it was just for show. And kind of making fun of me. I said, I didn't give a shit. I said, I bought him 2 drinks. He gave me his chair to sit in next to Michelle, and he sat next to me. He's a real nice guy. I said, I don't give 2 shits if he's gay or not.
There it is, aptitude. Look up, that's what I saw. Thought, oh, fuck.
Aptitude.
I don't know what it does.
Protection from HIV. I thought that's what condoms did.
I don't know. But anyway, that was my MTV moment. So no more of that. We're canceling all that shit.
I can honestly say at the Turkey Convention, I did not see a host of homosexuality.
No?
You don't see a lot of that in the hunting community. Do you?
Just Blake.
Yep, that's it.
I can't wait to talk to him and see what the fuck he forgot.
I can't believe you're going to a 1 week long bachelor party.
I'm going for 4 days, so
I can't imagine anybody having a week long bachelor party.
It's basically like a long weekend.
7 days is not a long weekend. That's a week.
No, for me.
I understand.
Get there Wednesday, come back Sunday. If they clear the fucking runway from the 5 inches of snow that they're going to get.
I've been to Rapid City when a big snowstorm.
Oh, they're built for it.
Boy, the roads I went on weren't.
Great. Can't wait.
That's a long drive, too, from Deadwood to Rapid City in the snow.
Oh, I'm sure.
And y'all are staying up in the middle of the mountains. A beautiful home. I'd sure like to get before and after pictures of that house, because I've seen them fuckers truck after 2 days.
Not good.
How many people are going to be at this thing?
7 or 8 of us.
So y'all are going snowmobiling?
Snowmobiling on Thursday.
That will be interesting.
That'll be fun. 2 degrees.
How long are y'all doing that for?
I don't know. I've snowmobiled in Angel Fire before, Red River, and 2-3 hours is.
That's a lot of time to be riding a 4-wheeler or nothing.
Enough. Yeah. Basically, yeah. And then we're gonna booze cruise, and then
Booze cruise. Where
booze cruise one
See,
night.
I understand booze cruise in Vegas.
I
Booze
guess
cruise
around
in
Deadwood.
Nashville. But Deadwood is not that fucking. First of all, when it's 28 degrees,
Party bus. Sorry,
are you going to gamble any? Because y'all are going to go to a bunch of casinos, and you're not a gambler.
I might throw $100 in there or something.
Are you going to play blackjack?
Big blackjack guy. Booked a party bus, take us into Deadwood on Friday and maybe Saturday night. Oh, there's a brewery up there, so brewery tour Saturday. That'll be fun. So it'll be good. Be a good time. But no, I'm not a big gambler. I don't know.
This would be more enjoyable in June when you could set out and build a fire at 6,000 feet up in the mountains and cook out.
He's busy in June.
I understand that. I got that.
February's the farmer's month. So,
or to go to Vegas.
I think he wanted to be driving distance from Grant. So 5
You can drive
hours.
to Vegas.
You can, but it's very far. And you got to cross the desert.
See, if he didn't went to Vegas, I'd have contemplated going to this.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't have a strong desire to go to Vegas.
I would rather go to Oklahoma casino than Vegas, to be honest with you. But I mean, I would, if there was somewhere to go, I'm just going to get bored.
Plus, like, we'll be able to. We'll have this whole cabin to ourselves. We'll be able to cook and just kind of
that
chill
doesn't
out
sound
there.
fun.
Huh?
I would much rather have go to a restaurant and have dinner.
See, I don't. I'm not the Vegas nightlife. I
don't care about the nightlife in Vegas. That doesn't. But the nightlife in Deadwood does not entice me either.
I'm an old curmudgeon, so like if we just stayed at the cabin and drank whiskey and smoked cigars and cooked steak, I'd be fine with it for 4 days.
I stayed up till 12:30 2 nights in Nashville. That's for me. That's late, especially at a hunting show.
I'm gonna be the old guy here.
Yeah. You know what I liked about the turkey convention? We stayed where we were at, where the convention was.
Right, like trophy hunters in the Gaylord.
Yep, it was nice because you
Right.
said your rooms were right there. You didn't have to get out much.
Now, did everybody do that? Is that typical?
It was sold out.
Oh,
There was a lot of people in line outside. It was packed. That's the biggest fucking hotel I've been to outside Las Vegas.
Hmm.
I don't know how many rooms are in that thing, but I would put it up to par with a small Vegas casino, Harris probably. It was
Right.
huge.
Telling
Could
you,
get
man.
lost easy.
Had a lot of FOMO. Is gambling legal in Nashville?
I didn't see my gambling. I take that back. There were some guys playing paper,
Slots?
rock, and scissors for $500 a hand.
No.
Yes.
You know, it's just as easy to lose paper, rock, scissors as it is to win.
I don't know. I wouldn't be gambling doing that. That's just gambling.
People gamble on everything. People gambled on whether or not the national anthem would go over 2 minutes.
And Blake won.
So
I thought it was over a minute and 20. Well, it'd be 2 minutes, 121 seconds. Yeah.
I saw one person. They were videoing it. They bet on it. They bet the over, and they were a tenth of a second off of paying.
Do what now?
They were a tenth. They bet a certain time limit, and they were 1/10 of a second short of winning.
It went over the bet though. There, these guys had a side bet.
What do you mean?
I thought that.
Whatever number they bet on, whether it's like 2 minutes and 3 seconds.
Okay.
They bet the over, and it was 2 minutes, 2 seconds, and
I got you.
0.5 or whatever. So they were 1/10 of a second short of winning. But you can bet on anything now, except for in the state of Texas.
That's coming to an end before
None.
long. It's
None.
Coming. We're gonna have. We're gonna
Hot Wheels is the no fun governor.
Well, he's not the ones that's voting on it. It's people.
We're the no fun league.
We're gonna come to. It's gonna come to a vote pretty soon.
They
I mean,
need to
Jesus
do,
Christ! If you go to every, if you go to around Texas and you go to every boundary around Texas,
literally,
you see
and
it.
marijuana. New
Yep.
Mexico, I did not realize was
recreational.
Yeah, because we went skiing last March, and I guess they had just passed it, so dispensaries weren't anywhere.
Now they're everywhere.
You cross the railroad track in Farwell, Texas, and go into Texaco, New Mexico, and it's here to the door from the Texas
They're
line.
just lined up.
Yeah, and it's the whole way. Oklahoma is medicinal. I can't
Look, the little
remember.
town of Hobart's got 3 dispensaries, and they got some
I don't think
Indian
it's very hard
doctor.
to get a card.
Some Indian doctor comes in. Oh, you got a back. You got a ingrown toenail. Oh, definitely.
But and then you look at gambling. It's all around us.
Yeah, they're making
Every
money
state.
off Texas. A lot of them. I'm telling you right now. You take Texans out of Oklahoma casinos. There ain't nobody there.
No. So maybe, can you imagine the lobbying that's going to go on to keep casinos out of Texas?
Oh, WinStar's paying big money. The official casino of the Dallas Cowboys. It's a mile long. I think it's the biggest casino in America on I-35. And they're by God, you
So
go
that's
through the parking
probably
lot.
why we won't see.
Well, they're going to lobby up against it, but eventually it's going to go to vote, and it's going to happen. And then those places are going to be, they're just relics. There's across from Burke Burnett, Texas, right now. There's 2 casinos, and they're building a third one right now, Apache. And there's a gas station deal, so it's 4. 5 miles from Burke Burnett, Texas, there's 4 casinos right now. And if you legalize gambling in Texas, they wouldn't even be open.
Really?
I don't think so. WinStar's got a convention center and they got golf courses, so they'd still get some people through the doors probably. But you don't. I mean, why are you going to go to Comanche Red River Casino if you could stop in Wichita Falls and gamble,
Right.
or Abilene or Seymour or anywhere?
I'm assuming this map is probably pretty close.
The places you can't gamble. Missouri has gambling.
What is this then?
Gambling in the United States. Images may be, I don't know what that is, but I'm telling you, those red states I've been to.
Not accurate at all.
I've gambled in Minnesota. I've gambled in Missouri. I've never gambled in Kentucky. I've gambled in Alabama.
Oh, here we go. This is what we need. Sports betting. Because that's what I want to do. I want to do the prop bets and shit like that everybody makes so much money.
I got to pee.
This is just sports betting. I guess you can't in Oklahoma. Didn't know that.
No, because the governor and one of the Indian casinos fought that, and they're having a bunch of battle about that. They're supposed to have it there, but they don't.
That's really all I care about.
Is sports betting?
Yeah. I don't give a shit about going to the casino or anything like that. I guess I can type in states that have casinos. So I guess that's what that map on the right is.
I'm going to bet you states that don't have casinos. Well, every state has them in there. Because there's a casino in Texas.
Oh.
At Eagle Pass, there's an Indian casino there on the Rio Grande.
What 2 states? No, I'm not going to read through all that.
I'm assuming Utah probably doesn't have it.
Probably not.
And I couldn't think of who the next one would be.
Probably not.
And Utah may have it. I don't know. They have some Indian reservations maybe there. I know Arizona's got it. New Mexico's got it. California's got it. Texas has 1 casino. Louisiana.
How did that get grandfathered in?
It's on federal lands. It's only federal land in Texas.
So it's a states' rights issue.
Yes. There's an Indian reservation there, and that's why they have them. So what's funny is these fucking places in Oklahoma, all this Indian land they have, has not always been fucking Indian land.
Right. Well, no, we gave it to them.
No, well, okay. It's just old farmland, like around Duval and stuff, and
right.
Where that casino is. I don't know that was Indian land years ago. I need to look at my Onyx next time I'm up there. Just curious.
So I heard a guy. He was talking about how the so you can't deposit if you're a marijuana dispensary, you can't deposit the money.
You got to keep the cash on you.
So what they're doing now is the Federal Reserve will send an armored truck in the middle of the night. They take that money and they e-deposit you.
So you can get $1 million from the Federal Reserve, and they're going to put. So you can put it in your bank then.
Right, but you can't deposit that. You can't go to a bank and deposit that money. It's got to come from the federal government, and they e-deposit the money.
So you had to pay taxes on it then.
Somehow, I guess.
Have you watched Tulsa Time yet with Stallone?
No, I don't.
It's a good series, but it talks about some of this stuff too.
So basically, they're lying to you.
Who's lying?
The government.
Or someone lied to you. It told you that.
No. I'll look it up real quick.
Go ahead, go down. People ask what 2 states is gambling illegal. Go down real quick before you do that.
Illegal.
But illegal. Click on that. It's going to be Utah and something else. Hawaii, maybe?
Hawaii.
Utah and Hawaii. I got those right. I'll be damned.
How does dispensaries
Yep.
deposit money? Because cannabis industry is illegal at the federal level. So to avoid the decisions, they're only cash-based.
Fuck, that's pretty damn smart.
But what do they... So no cards. I don't know what to click on here.
Click on that one.
Flow Hub?
It's just going to be a question. Just hit on and see what it says. Banking for cannabis business is a topic surrounded with misinformation and myth. In this post, you'll learn everything. Well, according to the industry, is not unbanked, but it is underbanked.
Don't know what that means.
That's crazy. It don't really say much.
One dispensary need a bank account. Anyway. But I wonder if it goes to like a federal bank, and that's the only way they can get money.
I don't know.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Could you imagine being a bank in a small town and some guy says, listen, I'm going to deposit $3 million with you. Well, we can't take your business. In fact, they need the money.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
So, anyway, we've already gone on an hour and a half, and I'm getting
No shit.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
All
All
right.
right.
Got another one to do today, and then another one tomorrow, and
Then you're on vacation. Always a world traveler.
all the way to Deadwood. So, anyway.
Well, that's an airport I've never been to. So where do you fly into? Do you go?
Rapid City.
Do you go straight from Dallas to Rapid City?
No, Minneapolis.
Oh, fuck.
Back to that one.
That's well, I hope it works out better for you than last time. What are you flying on?
Delta.
Well, good luck to you. All right. Well, you have fun. Thank y'all for listening to us. We appreciate it very much. God bless y'all. We're going to have some Thanksgiving. We're going to have some giveaways coming out pretty soon and going to have a couple more announcements on some really cool shit. All right. Thank y'all. Bye.
Oh, I wasn't ready.
You weren't ready?
Well,
You
it's
told me
fine.
you were done.
Well, and then I got to looking at this and see if I could find anything.
I don't think you're going to find nothing you want on that.
All right. I just need a quick, easy answer. Nothing quick, nothing easy. All right. Bye, everybody. Go look at Double T British Kennels if you're in the market for another dog. Check out Ducks Unlimited, Dirty Duck Coffee, Stanfield Hunting Outfitters, Bangtail Whiskey, Alpha Outdoors, Hunt Proof Fab, Looking Glass Podcast, Lucky Duck, Chene Gear, Gun Dog Outdoors, Pacific Calls, Dive Bomb Industries, Boss Shot Shells, and Mossberg.